In the movie Venom, during the first human trials of the symbiote, the research team is happy that the patient's vitals are holding steady. This is a reference to the production team not consulting a single medical professional to find out what good vital signs look like. Ah yes, a pulse of 136 and an oxygen saturation of 81%. The ideal levels. Yes, nothing to be concerned about there. Perfectly normal. They said they were holding steady, not that they were holding healthy. Patient's vitals are steady. Doctor, they are dead, and maintaining that state quite well. I was drawing a bunch of pentagrams in my notebook during math class because I was bored, and I think I drew 150 pentagrams in total before a devilish looking guy wearing a red suit broke down the door of the classroom and yelled, "What the F do you want?" This username escapes me every single time. Are you ready to sit down and see if the army can help you achieve your goals in life? Hey, F y'all. A little extreme, but I'll mark that you're not interested, and please enjoy the rest of your day. I'm screaming. I thought this was an automated spam text that used my dead name, but apparently I just told the US Army to go F themselves. Hey, can I get one US soldier? Go F yourself. Understandable. Have a good day. That the ancient Egyptian god Set tried to prove his dominance by having sex with Horus. However, Horus threw Set's semen into a river and spread his own on some lettuce, Set's favorite food. After eating the lettuce, Horus used the fact that his semen was inside Set to become ruler of Egypt. Oldest trick in the book, to be honest. Rookie mistake on Set's part. Just gods being dudes. You think being gay is hard? Try telling people you're only attracted to clowns. Narcissism ain't cutesies. There's literally no possible response I can make to this where I come out a winner. I've actually never been known this hard before. I think I legally owe you money now. Underappreciated form of humor. Using incorrect long forms of proper names. That is Gregory, Bobert, Barold, etc. His name is Len, which is short for Lenjamin. A truly underutilized art. Finish 7 Deadly Sins, so I guess I really am gonna have to start watching Naruto now. Is 7 Deadly Sins a show? Or have you finished with all of the sins? Like a checklist? And now Naruto is the 8th sin? This is the funniest possible tag someone could have put on this post. Love adding it to the dumbest love unnecessarily conjugating verbs. Popped corn. Orange juice. That corn. Popped. The juice. It's been oranged. Wakes up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night. Cheeseburger. Entire brick wall smoothed out by the ocean. Domesticated rock returns to the wild. Twitter was trying to introduce a news story, but instead, it looks like this shark is having an existential crisis. What's happening? Let's be real. In a time before the internet, people didn't have more adventures and make more meaningful connections. They watched TV and listened to CDs. Before that, they listened to records and read magazines. Before that, they listened to the radio and read bad dime novels. Before that, they embroidered or some People have been staying inside and ignoring other people for as long as there have been buildings. I think we all needed this. New TV show concept, reality TV hell. Just this show, where every episode is a different reality TV setup. A makeover show, a house renovation show, etc. that seems to be doing its damnness to gloss over the fact that there's something horribly wrong with these people. The couple looking for a new house is obviously dysfunctional, and one flinch away from a bloody and violent divorce. The woman receiving a makeover is not only obviously sick, but clearly dying of something that never gets addressed between manicures and cute new wigs. One of this wonderful family's children is acting in ways that are unsettling and occasionally just straight up not human. Every episode starts out new, fun and cheery, introducing the concept and the people, and this whole sense of fresh hope, and every single episode, it all just fucking falls apart. This is what Russian TV is. I woke up at 6 this morning, wrote malware is like vampires on my notes page, then went back to sleep. Me. What the F? Oh my god. Because you have to invite it in. You have to click on the malware to let it take over your computer. These are officially the ugliest fucking sneakers I have ever seen in my goddamn life. Wear these, and you'll never be late for elf practice again. Why weren't you at elf practice? Someone stole my Yeezys. Since the ocean has meat, salt, and veg in it, it is technically a big thing of soup. But it's cold. The ocean is gazpacho. If you're ever in an Irish-speaking part of Ireland, guilt-touched, and you see a mother with her child, tell her, Ethan paste. It's a beautiful way of saying, your motherhood glows with radiance and grace. There is no English equivalent for this, so give it a go. Last time I trusted an Irish guy I walked home at 4 AM with my bra in my handbag. So let's see. Google Translate. Eat the child. Ah yes. Never trust the Irish. Please talk me. I'm no longer angry. Subways in Japan have women-only cars. Sexist segregation, good or bad. Women getting to use a car to avoid being harassed by men. Common on public transport in Japan. So no, not the bad kind of sexist. I confess I'm a bit ambivalent here. I see your point, but I don't think setting a precedent for any type of segregation is good. That's because you're a man, and therefore don't understand why women feel the need for it. In Japanese there is a special word for the molestation of women on train cars, and it is a very popular category of pornography. Chicken. I have read testimonials of women that stated once they graduated high school and stopped wearing their uniform on public transport, instances of men assaulting and groping them went down tenfold. So this is a case of protecting underage girls as well as adult women. If men didn't assault women and girls with such frequency and boldness that women felt the need to organize and petition the government for these cars, then this type of segregation wouldn't exist. I notice this detractor didn't offer any other solution, but expected women to suffer whatever happens to them, so he could have some sense of equality. This happens in India too. It's called the ladies compartment, and it's honestly saved my life a bunch of times, especially when I'm going home from class late at night, when your trains are so crowded that you cannot humanly ride one without being smushed in with a bunch of people. Men can and will use it as an excuse to grope you. If I understand correctly, Japan and India have some of the highest population densities in the world, in urban areas. If tomorrow, the government decided it was sexist and shut it down, I think a lot of working women would just stop using the train. It's not sexist. It's saving our lives. Mexico has it too precisely because men won't fucking learn. I have some minor dyslexia issues, and I just realized your URL is biggest gaudiest patron users, and not what I had been reading it as, which was biggest gaudiest pronouns. Just thought you'd get a chuckle out of that. Tumblr, what are the biggest gaudiest pronouns? Badabing / badaboom. This is my favorite reply. Whenever I hear people say that classical music is boring, I just want to remind them that Tchaikovsky's 1812 overture called for a cannon to be fired a total of 16 times. Remove cattle from stage. Fact 1. In most versions of Dungeons & Dragons, when infected, as opposed to natural born, lycanthropes transform under the full moon. They assume the default alignment of their type during the ensuing mindless rampage. Fact 2. In most versions of Dungeons & Dragons, the default alignment of wearables is lawful good. Conclusion. When an infected wearable transforms under the full moon, they go on a mindless lawful good rampage, picking up litter and helping direct traffic. Smokey the Bear. Oh my gods. Who built this orphanage on the middle of the night? This is all up to building code. Today my diet has consisted of 5 Guys and Popeyes, so I'm probably gonna live forever. You ate 5 whole people, 6 counting Popey. Story time. I taught my little cousin her first longer word when she was very young. I taught her to say tax benefits and to this day, my aunt still doesn't know where she got it from, but it was a hilarious sight to see a little toddler waddling around the house, wearing a big diaper, all the while yelling tax benefits. My parents did this with me in nuclear disarmament. I taught my little brother to say macrosurgical vasectomy reversal, saw it on a billboard, on a road trip, and he didn't stop saying it for literal years. My parents taught me to chant "Get your laws off our bodies" for a pro-choice rally when I was like 4, and I went to preschool and taught all the other kids a chant and led them on a mini parade around the playground, and the teachers were like, imagine you're at a party. A guy offers you a drink. You say no. He says come on, one drink. You say no thanks. Later, he brings you a soda. I know you said you didn't want a drink, but I was getting one for myself, and you look thirsty. For you to refuse at this point makes you the whole. He's just being nice, right? Predators use the social contract and our own good hearts and fear of being rude against us. If you drink the drink, you're teaching him that it just takes a little persistence on his part to overcome your no. If you say really, I appreciate it, but no thanks, and put the drink down and walk away from it, you're the one who looks rude in that moment. But the fact is, you didn't ask for the drink, and you don't want the drink, and you don't have to drink it just to make some guy feel validated. The Art of No, Jennifer P. Till plants can hear the sound of running water through pipes in the ground. They will actually grow towards the pipe, eventually bursting through it. I hear it. The sounds of the sweet liquid. And I'm coming for it. I was in the car with my mum today, and she stopped reversing and looks at me and was like, is that a hickey on your neck? Did a boy do that to you? I thought you'd be alone forever on your laptop. The hickey was a bruise from where I accidentally shot myself in the neck with a Nerf dart while trying to recreate a scene in Star Trek. My life is so pathetic. Even mum wants me to get some. Stop reblogging this. Tall people, if we are walking together, please take into consideration my tiny legs. I can't keep up with you. Please, think of my tiny legs. I don't want to be jogging to keep up with your leisurely stroll, you titans. Just get a pair of roller skates and hang on to my sleeve. We don't have all day. I dreamed that there was a Broadway musical made of Frankenstein, which was wildly popular and a huge success. Early in the first act, Victor had a song called Wonderful, which was sort of a fast forward of I'm engaged to this wonderful girl. I'm attending this wonderful school. Everything's great. I'm going to create life. It got a minor key reprise in the second act, after the creature had killed Elizabeth and Victor was resolving to destroy him once and for all. The reprise started out being all about worm facts and how wonderful worms were, and ended with Victor singing about how wonderful it was that they helped the process of decay by feasting on his fiancée, and how wonderful it would be when they devoured his misbegotten creation. Everybody on this site was like, I know the reprise is supposed to show the rock bottom of Victor's mental and emotional breakdown and all, but worms really are wonderful, and I love this song. Okay, first of all, that is exactly how Tumblr would react, and secondly, I need that musical to exist immediately.